Whether you're a new player in GTA Online or you're an OG, we're going to talk about 10 investments that you have to own in GTA Online. These are investments that I use on a daily basis when I play the game, and they help me make lots of money and have a better experience playing the game. So let's just get into it. Let's start off with one of the best early game investments that you can make, the Karuma Armored. It costs just around 525k, which in 2025 is literally pocket change, especially with how easy it is to make money nowadays. Even if you're brand new to GTA Online, this car is something you can afford pretty quickly, and it makes an immediate difference. The Karuma Armored is completely bulletproof, which means you can speed through contact missions and heists without worrying about NPCs mowing you down. Now, this vehicle isn't able to take explosions, but as long as you're using it for missions and NPCs, then it will always have you protected. What makes it even better is that it has 4 doors, so you and your friends can all do the missions together. And unlike most armored cars, you can actually shoot from inside, so you can roll right into a group of enemies and clear them out pretty fast. It's genuinely one of the best value for money vehicles you can buy in the game. Next up, we have what's probably the best passive income business in the entire game, the Nightclub. This is honestly one of my favorite businesses because it makes you money in 2 ways. First, there's the wall safe. It can bring in about 50k an hour literally by doing nothing, as long as you keep your Nightclub popularity maxed out. And keeping your Nightclub popularity maxed out is super easy. You just go to your Nightclub laptop and rebook your DJ for around 10k, and your popularity shoots right back up to full. But the real deal is the Nightclub warehouse. Once you've set it up and hired up to 5 technicians, it'll keep bringing in around 40 to 50k an hour, and you don't have to resupply like you do with other businesses. For your bunker or MC businesses or acid lab, you constantly need to keep them stocked to make money. With the Nightclub, you just set it up once, assign your technicians to the business you already own, and then forget about it. You can come back a few days later and find your warehouse full, ready to sell for about $1.5 to $2 million in just a single sale mission that only takes around 10 minutes. It's one of the easiest ways to make big money with barely any work. Plus, if you want to own the Terrobyte, you'll need the Nightclub anyway because that's where it's stored. Speaking of great businesses, let's talk about the agency. The agency has quite a few ways to make money. You can run the big VIP contract that pays you around $1 million every time, and the best part, you can do it completely solo. Then there are the payphone hits. They used to pay about 85k each time, but after the nerf to 45k, it's still a quick and easy way to make money. On top of that, there are security contracts that give you around 30k to 50k depending on the mission. Owning an agency also unlocks a few special features. You get a personal weapon armory where you can buy ammo you can't get anywhere else, for example the explosive sniper rounds, and there's also a vehicle workshop where you can add Imani Tech upgrades to certain vehicles. For around 800k, you can get a missile lock-on jammer, which makes you untouchable to homing rockets, and honestly it's completely worth it. Now, once you start getting a little further into the game and have some money for cars, I would recommend picking yourself an Imani Tech vehicle. Now, there are a bunch of these that you can choose from. I personally own the Obey Omnis EGT, and what makes these cars stand out is their unique Imani Tech upgrades that we just talked about with the agency. So again, these upgrades can only be done through the agency workshop, but once you're in here, you can add upgrades like armor plating that will add protection to your car, so your car can take up to 11 homing missiles before it blows up. And then again, if you want to make it even more challenging for your opponent, you can add the missile lock-on jammer, so it's even harder for them to shoot you. There's also other unique upgrades with this car, like being able to drop mines and more, but every player should definitely invest in at least one Imani Tech vehicle for themselves. Now let's get into what might be the single best investment you can make in this game, the Kosatka submarine. It costs about 2.2 million and it unlocks the Cayo Perico heist. This heist can make you over $1 million every single time you complete it, and you can run it completely solo, meaning you get to keep the entire payout for yourself. Back before the nerfs, you could get around 1.6 or 1.7 million per run, but even now $1 million is a lot of money. The submarine is probably known as the fastest way to make money in the GTA community, but if you do it over and over again, you might go mentally sane. Now, if you're enjoying this video up to this point, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more GTA content, and let's get back into it. Next on the list is the Terrobyte, which is going to help you out with many different things. To start off, you can now get the master control terminal inside of your Terrobyte for 500k. Some of you might know this from the arcade because you can also purchase it in your arcade, but the master control terminal saves you a bunch of time by allowing you to manage all of your businesses from one location. For example, if my Coke business that is across the map is low on supplies and I need to refill, instead of me wasting a bunch of time trying to drive over there, I can simply go on my master control terminal and go to the Coke business and it directs me to my Coke business laptop, and I can refill my supplies from here. This way I can resupply all of my businesses within seconds. Now the master control terminal is one of the many features the Terrobyte comes with. The Terrobyte also allows you to purchase the silent running feature for 425k, which will take you off the radar as long as your vehicle is stationary, so you can stay away from griefers when you don't want to get blown up. To add on to that, the Terrobyte takes over 30 missiles to blow up, which means even if an oppressor was to spot you, it wouldn't be able to blow you up without having to go back and resupply on rockets. And if you want to make their life even more difficult, then you can also purchase the missile lock-on jammer, which will make it more challenging for them to shoot you. Now speaking of the oppressor, if you're planning on having the missiles on your personal oppressor, then the only way to get it is through the vehicle workshop in the Terrobyte. Here you can not only purchase missiles, but you can add other modifications to your oppressor. Next up on the list is going to be a newer business, and this is the Acid Lab. There are a few things I love about the Acid Lab, and one of them is the fact that you can get this business for completely free, meaning if you're a beginner, this could be your very first business to get you going. All you have to do is go see a guy named Dax, which you can find him right here on the map, and you'll have to do 6 missions for him, and he will give you enough money to buy the Acid Lab. One of the great features about the Acid Lab is that it's a passive income business, so you can literally make money by doing nothing. I always like to refill this business by paying some money and then go do whatever in the lobby and come back a few hours later with a few 100k that I can go ahead and sell. Also, if you want to boost your production speed to make money faster with this business, every single day you can go in here and boost production speed right over here. It's also important to know to make the maximum amount of money with this business, you need to invest in the business upgrades. I forgot to mention, but that is also the case with other businesses like the Nightclub, MC businesses, and Bunker. Next up is the Mark II Oppressor. This is by far the best vehicle anyone could own for grinding missions. And I know it costs a lot to buy this because if you want the missiles, then you would need to buy the Nightclub, Terrobyte, and then the Mark II itself. And this vehicle really is worth it. First of all, let's talk about its incredible speed. When you're doing a mission and need to go to the opposite side of the map, this thing can be really useful. Now, many of you would argue that you could do the same with a plane or a helicopter. Well, even though those vehicles are quick, they take a long time to take off and land. And even when landing a helicopter, you can only really land on the road or somewhere open, whereas the Oppressor, you can fit through tight spaces, and land and taking off are so easy. We also need to talk about the missiles on the Oppressor. Now, there are vehicles with better missiles in the game like the Vigilante or Torador, but the Oppressor's missiles are not horrible. They usually do the job of taking care of missions. The only downside is that the Oppressor can only hold 20 missiles, which means once you get to 20, you will run out. From there, you can rather return the vehicle to storage and call it out again, or manually drive it into the Terrobyte and drive it out. Now we need to talk about one of my favorite businesses in the game, the Bunker business. Every player needs to own one of these no matter what stage of the game they're in. The Bunker business is another passive income business. You pay 75k for supplies and let it sit for around 2 hours, and then you can sell it for 200k and make yourself around 150k profit. Of course, you can also wait for it to fill up all the way and make a bigger profit. Now when you go to buy your bunker, make sure to buy the Shumash location because it's closest to the city and saves you a lot of time when you're doing sell missions. You'll also find this truck in your bunker, and there's weapons in there that you can deliver each real life day and make yourself 50k for a short delivery trip. And if it's your first time doing the mission, then the game will give you 100k instead. The bunker is also where you store the MOC, so if you plan on buying that, then you need the bunker. Now although 150k may not sound like a lot of money to make profits, over a long time with this business, this is going to make you millions of dollars. Now the next business we're going to talk about, or I should say the next set of businesses, is going to be the MC businesses. Now if you don't know about the MC businesses, there are 5 of these and you should really only want to buy 3 of them. So these are the same as the bunker business and the Acid Lab. They are passive income businesses. Put supplies into the business and they will turn into stock, which you can sell and make a profit. Now the best MC business will be the Coke business, as it's going to make you the most amount of profit. The Meth Lab and the Weed Farm are also not bad, and possibly the Cash Factory too. With the new update, the Cash Factory can now make you more money if you have the car wash business, but we can talk about that in a separate video. Now there's also the Document Forgery Office, which is by far the worst MC business, so please stay away from it. It's probably the worst business in GTA Online. But get yourself a few of these MC business and they are each going to make you millions in the long run. So that's it for my list of the best best GTA 5 investments to own right now. These are things that'll save you time, make you more money, and honestly make the game much more fun to play. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more GTA guides and tips. And let me know down in the comments what your favorite investments in GTA Online are. And check out this video where I go over 10 things that we don't want to see in GTA 6, and I'll see you guys there.